Okay, let's be blunt, so to speak. The legal cannabis industry in the U.S. is booming. Cannabis can now be purchased legally for recreational use in 18 states, the District of Columbia and Guam. But in most other states, by the way, it is available for medical use or has been decriminalized. But despite the expansion, hurdles still remain for those who want to grow their own business from the ground up. And joining us now to talk about it is Bonita Money. She is the founder of the National Diversity and Inclusion Cannabis Alliance, and she joins us from LA. Bonita, thanks for being with us. The industry has seen huge growth. Sales are booming, but hurdles still remain. What are the biggest problems that remain for legal sellers in the industry as a whole?
I think for Black and brown folks in the industry, there's quite a few barriers. Financially, it's tough. There's no access to capital for Black and brown folks. We have a social equity program in California, Illinois, Massachusetts, Michigan. So there's quite a few states that have adopted our social equity program that we started years ago here in California. The problem is there were no resources around the social equity program. So they have no access to capital. There's no technical assistance. There's no mentorship. It just wasn't well thought out.
And full disclosure, don't smoke, don't inhale, but I do pay taxes. And it's fascinating to me that we are looking at an industry that is growing in the same speed that alcohol grew after Prohibition. And yet the banking system does not even allow people who have legal businesses to bank their money. Explain that for me.
Correct. Because the banks are federally regulated. So they're not allowing folks to deposit money into those banks. And that's a huge problem.
So Build Back Better might be a little bit better if it were bud back, one bud at a time, Build Back Better. But all puns aside, what are the biggest hurdles for African Americans who want to get involved in the cannabis industry?
Well, first of all, there's most states and most cities put caps on licenses. Oklahoma is the only state that does not put caps on licenses. And this is a huge problem because with caps on licensing, it opens the door for corruption. Not only that, the licensing fees and the application fees are very high. In LA alone, it's $7,000 just to apply, and there's no guarantee that you will receive a license. Then after that, there's licensing fees that state and city that you have to pay. So you're talking about probably $25,000 to $40,000, depending on how many licenses you're going after, whether you're going after retail, cultivation, distribution, manufacturing. There's fees on all that. So most folks, especially social equity folks, they are low income, they have cannabis convictions, and they come from marginalized communities that were affected by the war on drugs. So with those qualifications to be a social equity applicant or license holder, it's like, how are you going to come up with these funds to actually pay your licensing fees and then to operate? It's a very expensive industry to operate in.
Bo, talk to the people on the other side of this debate who say that it is not cannabis, it is pot, it is marijuana, and that those that are trying to make money off of cannabis are no different than the people that sold a nickel bag back in the 1960s and 70s.
Okay, so are we talking about being legal drug dealers? Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I just think that again, black and brown folks paid the price to be in this industry. They went to prison for this plant. While now you have white folks that are making billions of dollars in this industry. So black and brown folks are being excluded from this industry, and it's just not okay. And you still have people that are in prison for this plant, while you have folks like John Boehner, Roger Stone, that have entered into the industry, that sit on the boards of all these major cannabis companies, and they were part of the war on drugs. And they put our people in prison for this plant. And now we're being excluded in many, in more ways than one. It's just not financial. It's also, they're putting up these barriers to entry, and it's not okay because we built this industry.
And that's what I was going to,
when we're in the legacy market.
Yeah, And that's what I was going to ask you. Now you have people on both sides of the political aisle, and I'm glad you mentioned the former Speaker of the House that are sitting on boards of some of these different companies. And it appears that their political attitudes have changed, or is it politics or is it dollars?
It's dollars. Absolutely. Nothing to do with their views. It's now that it's a legal billion-dollar industry, they want a piece of it. But in the meantime, Black and brown folks are being excluded.
So what do you say to lawmakers on both sides of the aisle that are still standing in your way with regards to legislation?
I would say, let's take down the barriers for Black and brown folks. Let's take down the fees, the licensing fees, the application fees. Let's create some type of banking system. Let's make this a fair and equitable industry for folks that have paid the price for this plant. This is really it. It's important.
Bonita. Bo Money is the founder of the National Diversity and Inclusion Cannabis Alliance. Bonita, thanks for being with us. And by the way, I apologize for the delay that we had in our signal, which made it a little bit more difficult to be able to carry on a Q&A. But thanks for being with us, because this is an important issue.